Hello friends! Let's make a sand art mandala together. This is a super easy kit. These are the finished mandalas, and here's what the kit looks like. It's from Oriental Trading Company, and I'll show you from start to finish how to make a sand art mandala. If you would like to see a whole bunch of there's more besides these, themed mandala projects, I set up a mandala birthday party video that I'll link in the description of this one as well. So let's start. First of all, get a nice paper. This is just photocopy paper or something to put under you so that you can catch the sand when you pour it. You're actually going to need more than one of those. I am opening this Oriental Trading Company kit that comes pre-packaged and pre-set up for you. There are 4, 5, 6 colors of sand to choose from and a cardboard mandala. Let's see how big this is. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, 5 inches around. First, you need to decide which color you'd like to use first. Take a look at the yellow patterns on this mandala. They are the papers that you peel off to reveal the sticker paper underneath, pre-sticky, no glue, no tape, no gloss involved, just sticker paper. And it adheres really well. So I like to choose, let's bring out these finished ones again. I like to choose radial symmetry. So that means red patterns around in a circle, yellow around in a circle, orange. Whatever design you would like, there's 2 ways you can set it up that I like. The first way is to peel one part off at a time. For example, this red section, just peel off that sticky paper and pour the red on there. Option number 2 is to figure out ahead of time all the places you would like red and just peel those off, do them all at once. So let's look at this nice colored mandala. I also like to start from the center because if you start from the edges or go back and forth, it can be tricky to peel off these parts. If you, like, let's say that you have sand in between these, it's hard to peel off one in the middle. So I'm going to start with the middle, and I am feeling orange. I'll move the colors out of the way, and at this point I don't know what else I want orange, so I'm not peeling off any others. I am pouring an overabundance of orange. Let's zoom in a little bit more. I'm pouring an overabundance of orange on top of the sticker sheet and then tapping it off onto my paper. You could leave it like that, or if you feel like it needs to be touched up more, you can pick up the sand, put it on, or do another layer and repeat. If the sticker papers are hard to get off, you could use either tweezers or a toothpick to peel them off. They can be tricky. Then plan out another place where you would like that same color. I'm going to this layer next, and I'd like to peel off every other section. Thanks so much for subscribing to Creative Solace Studios. I'm Kathleen Arola-Johnson. I've got a bunch of mixed media projects for you. I mostly focus on art journals, nature journals, that sort of mixed media journaling, but I love all the arts. I love texture, I love creating, I love crafting. So today we are going with the Sand Art Mandala kit. Now I'm repeating the same process. You can find a few other shorts videos like this. You can find my mandala birthday party video and a whole bunch of videos under art tutorials playlist. At this point, I have run out of orange sand. So I'm getting another background paper, another placemat to put under here, and I am going to lift up the first paper, set down my project, you can see it needs more sand there, and pour it, let's zoom back out, and pour it from the first paper. The goal is to keep it neat and as much off from your table or floor as possible. As much sand that you can contain on top of a paper or a placemat paper, the better. I think that layer looks good. I'm gonna go with more orange. I think I have enough of that orange left to make it around all of these semicircles. At this point, I'll speed this up a little bit and talk to you some more when I finish this orange. I will now be setting this orange paper aside in case I need some of this later. I do want to mention that a few flecks of who knows what can be discolored in the sand or from the cardboard or from these little pieces. And if you find some of that, be careful not to scrape it with your nail because it scrapes off a whole bunch of the color. So I just try to either brush it off or tap it off carefully. I'm choosing the next color as yellow. Maybe this is reminding me of sunrise or some sunset. I am leaving this orange excess off to the side because you never know if you might need something again until that project is finished. And I'm starting with a new or two new papers going back and forth like I did with the orange for underneath. I'm gonna do the tricky part, which is going in between these orange stripes. If I peel these papers from the side, there's more of a chance that I will bump the orange that's already there. So I am peeling off the sticker part from here, being aware that this layer is going to be difficult to reach into. Well, you know what? I'm gonna peel this off also and make that yellow, like a whole yellow sunburst. Let's do that right now. I'm wary about touching up that little part right there because I don't want orange to get on all these unpeeled places. So I'm going to see if I can push a little bit of orange sand into that part that I mistakenly scratched off and clear off my paper again and go to town with the yellow. I'm tapping on the sides, trying to evenly disperse it as long as that whole yellow packet fit exactly on that. I'm doing my best to get this part done in one time. Lots of different techniques. You can brush it with your finger, but I prefer to touch it as little as possible to avoid scraping anything off or bumping anything. Gorgeous. Look how pretty that is. You could use this to depict color theory. For example, I started with two warm colors. I might as well go with a third warm color that I have available to me, which is in the red, and then decide what to do after that. Of course, you can plan out your colors ahead of time. I like just seeing what feels nice to do and then what would look good next to it. I am being careful because some of the extra sticker sections are starting to come off, and I do not want the whole background coming off right now. These mandala sand art projects are really fun and really beautiful to create. It's fun to see how many different looks they can come up with depending on which design you use and how you work with the colors. They're just a really fun DIY mandala craft project. I have not had to seal them with anything. These other ones have been finished for several months and they're really well attached. I mean, a few of the sand pieces will fall off, but nothing major. I have not put any gloss or spray or fixative on top of this. You most certainly could try that. But I'm really happy with this Oriental Trading Company mandala sand art project. I will link the materials in the description of the video, and I will also show you how I clean up these. I have one bag that has colors that I didn't use. I peeked in here to see if there was any yellow because I really would have liked to use some yellow around the outside to bring in that yellow again. I could have taken it out of a new project, but I didn't want to. So today I used all the colors. There are not any extra packets to put in here. Then you can either save, you can throw away the sand if you don't want to use it, but you know, mixed media art, there's always something to do with your leftover materials, right? So I have, on some of them, I attempted to separate the sand and color code it, but they eventually get a little bit contaminated. And so I figured, well, I'm just gonna mix them all together. You could decide to mix just the blues together. Maybe you want to use that on one of the mandalas itself. Maybe you want to mix the cool colors together. Let's add the green in there and see what that looks like. I'm just using a snack-sized bag of a Ziploc, so that's pretty. You know, maybe I'll do that. Save some in the cool colors, and I'll empty out this bag so I can use it here to use for the warm colors. Whether I use it on another mandala project or something else mixed media fun, I'm sure there's something that I could do with this pretty sand. Let me know in the comments what colors you would like to see on a sand art mandala, or if you've tried this project before, any other tips that you have about it. Thanks for spending some creative time with me today. Check out my other tutorials. There's an art tutorials playlist, and I also do have a collage and painted mandala tutorial to create yourself that's super easy to do. For now, we are looking at these sand art mandalas by Oriental Trading Company and having a lot of fun creating these and demonstrating how to do quick and easy sand art mandalas.